Okay, we have the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. This camera has a Super 16 sensor in it. It has a micro four thirds lens mount, so you can use all the micro four thirds lenses. Also with an adapter, you can do the Super 16 size lenses. It has 13 stops of dynamic range in the small form factor of the camera. It shoots a Cinema DNG RAW lossless file. It also shoots a ProRes 422 HQ file. So it has a nice LCD screen here on the back. You can get into the menus. It comes with a rechargeable, replaceable lithium-ion battery. It also has a recording option to SD card. Then on the side here, you have your micro HDMI connection. You can plug in for a power adapter to recharge the battery. You also have your mic jack, your headphone jack, and then lane control for stop-start remote recording. It's a nice size, so you can slip it, as it says, pocket-sized camera, put it right in your pocket. Target customer really would be anyone, all the way from consumer up into the high end. You're gonna get that nice cinematic film look with the 16mm sensor in it. Price is $995. It'll be shipping in July. Okay, so we have the Blackmagic Cinema camera. It has 13 stops of dynamic range, EF mount, so you can use all your compatible EF Canon lenses. You record to the SSD drives right here on the side. Has a nice LCD screen. You can jump into the menu here, go through all your options. On this side, you have all your standard connections with SDI. You have Thunderbolt, power. All your audio connections are here. Headphone jack and remote link control. Shoots a beautiful Cinema DNG RAW file 12-bit. You can also shoot ProRes and DNX HD on this camera. Okay, so we have the Blackmagic Production Camera 4K. This camera will shoot a visually lossless Cinema DNG RAW file. It'll also shoot a ProRes 422 HQ file in 4K. It has a Super 35 size sensor in it. It has global shutter, an EF mount, so all the compatible EF lenses will work on it. It shoots on SSD drives. It also has a nice LCD screen on the back where you can use your touch screen to go through all the menu options. Standard connections on the side here with SDI out, Thunderbolt, you have your power adapter, audio, headphone jack and remote link. Beautiful cinematic look. It'll shoot in the Cinema DNG RAW and the ProRes 422 HQ. The nice thing about this camera, it has the same form factor as our original cinematic camera. So all of the third-party options that people have made with handles, shoulder mounts, and SDI eyepieces, those will all work on this camera still. We have our new ATM Production Studio 4K switcher. So this enables you to do Ultra HD. Actually has 8 inputs, so it has 4 HDMI and 4 SDI 6 gig connections to do Ultra HD on this. It has a nice new front panel here, so you can do your switching if you want to from the cameras automatically here with the buttons. It has a nice LCD screen, so you can go through and check out your video as it goes through and switches. The nice thing about this switcher is that you can use SD, HD, and when you're ready, you can move up to Ultra HD at the same time. It has all the same features and functionality of our previous ATEM switchers, but you're ready for Ultra HD also. It's $2,000. ATEM Production Studio 4K also comes with an 8-camera multi-view, software-based application. Comes free with the switcher, so if you want to, you can just use the software to go through doing your camera switching, but you can also add on our hard panel from our 1ME switcher or our 2ME switcher.
Hi, I'm Ryan White. I'm a producer with Livestream, and here is our HD500. I'm going to show you some of the features that we have here. It's a fully portable option. You've got your 4 inputs or 5 inputs, depending on whether you want to have an output or not. And I can run you through the UI here, if you want to come and take a look. So you can see our basic layout here. We've got our preview and program windows. We've also got our camera 1, 2, 3, and 4 that we're using right now. We've also running an output up to this TV up here is our program. And then here you can see we have our graphics 1, graphics 2, media 1 and media 2 for our graphics and media options as well. So first I'll start just by showing you our main mix window. So you can see I'll bring up our fashion, our production company shot this live stream. And so you can see you've got all your options up here: cut, fade to black. You have your auto transition options as well, and those are right here. You can see we have our wipes available here. Any selection of those you can choose. We've got our downstream keys on graphics 1 and graphics 2. You can see it comes in right there. And your cut and fade options, as well as linking and preview if you like as well. So basically once you get down into our graphics layer, you can actually design all your graphics on the box itself while you're streaming and while you're live. So as you can see, we've got our 2 live boxes here. It's our picture-in-picture that we've just released for NAB. And you can see that this is just a cropped and scaled version of the video that we're showing here on camera 2 or camera 1. And then you can see this is just a PNG image with alpha that we've loaded in here for our window. Oh, I just clicked on a point here. I'll bring it up back again. So you can see this is a video asset that's actually playing out of our media bin right here. So you could actually pause that, and you see that that is now paused within this design window here. As well as our dynamic text. You can see it says left label, right label. Now if I'm going to take that as a source, you can see here it says you or me and you. That's because in our data section here, you can design as many different text template to add in. You can air those separately, so you actually don't have to create multiple templates, which is quite nice. So here you can see we have our streaming window, and you can choose to multiple providers here. You can see we've got new live stream. We can stream to original live stream, as well as we can use a different streaming service, Ustream, YouTube Live, RTMP Flash server. So the box is truly open to stream to pretty well any provider. And you can stream multi-bit rate through this window. I'm not logged in now, but if I was to log in on my account, I would have the options to stream multi-bit rate to livestream.com or single bit rates to some of our other providers there in the list. So I guess I'll jump from the streaming over into our audio window here. Oh, I forgot to mention the bit rates that you're streaming at, you also can see up here. It'll give you your frames per second, your kilobits per second. It'll let you know what your streaming quality is in your bit rate, as well as your viewers, and a little window that tells you whether your streaming is going well or not. So here in the audio, you can see we start with our input settings tab, and you can see that we've got input 1 and input 2 running audio. You can actually run audio down 8 of the channels on the SDI line, but right now we're just doing the 2. So that's your pre-fader gain as well right here, and you can choose your left and right channels as well. So here in our audio mixer, right here you can see that we got our stream out and our record out, and you can set those at different levels if you like, which is nice to have your laptop, just streaming. It's a little louder for people or your viewers, but to keep your record out down a little bit so you're not clipping and you have a clean record. As well as you got your follow functions and your grouping. So I can group camera 1 audio on, I can play that on all 4 cameras if I like, so that way as I'm embedding my audio on camera 1, I can pull it down and just have all the other cameras take the same audio, which is really a nice feature. And of course, you got your Media 1, Media 2 bins. And that's pretty well a rundown on what we have here to offer. So the HD500 is priced at $8,500. It's our truly portable device. It comes with our bag that you can carry on a plane, and it also comes with your keyboard, mouse, and everything else you need to get it going. So it's complete right out of the box, and you can start streaming right away.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm with Schneider Optics, and I'm showing you all the new iPhone products that we have, the iPro lens system. We have been doing the iPhone 4S with 3 lenses available, the fisheye, a 0.65 wide-angle lens, and a 2x tele lens. Since then, we are now updating to the iPhone 5 and updating a few of our lenses, as well as adding 2 more. So we now have a total of 5 lenses cases for the 4.4S and for the 5, and you're going to be able to build an entire system as you need it. So we now have 5 lenses in the system, starting with a fisheye lens, a super wide, which is a 0.45, so that actually takes you a little bit wider than 50% wider than your iPhone can do. We have a 0.65 wide angle. We have a 2x telephoto lens, and we have a brand new macro lens as well. So you'll be able to buy any of the lens combination that you see fit for your needs in the iPro system. The price on the system is, you'll buy first the starter pack, which will include the case for the iPhone 5 or the iPhone 4.4S, and the starter part of the handle that gives you both tripod mount inputs and the ability to attach the handle to the case, and that will retail at about $49.95. And then you buy the lenses individually, anywhere from the macro lens, which is going to retail approximately $45, up to our most expensive lens will be the 2x tele at $105, and the other lenses will fall into place. So what you pay for your kit really depends on which lens combination that you're looking for. Some examples of how these lenses work in still mode. Of course, in video you'll see a slightly different image because in video your lens or your iPhone will crop in a little bit. But in the still mode, here we've got an example where we're standing in the exact same place using all these lenses. This is the iPhone with no iPro lens at all. This is just the standard iPhone lens. Here is what you'll get with the fisheye lens, that very classic, almost peephole, very fisheye lens. Oops. We have the super wide. Now we've lost that outer edge. We still get a huge amount of image in the photo. A little bit of curve on the edges because it is so wide, but when you go to video, that curve is lost and you get this beautiful super wide lens that you would never get with the iPhone by itself. We have the standard wide that has no bend on the edges at all and gives you that nice little bump out. And now we have the telephoto lens, which will get in really nice and close without having to use the iPhone's digital zoom, which tends to break apart the image a lot more. We also have the macro lens now. I have a beautiful example of a stamp. Here's how close we can get to that stamp with the iPhone with its native lens. And by adding the macro lens, I can get really nice, close, sharp details. You can even read some of the address here that's on the envelope of the stamp. So it's a really incredible lens. And that's the lineup and what it does.